If I have to make myself heard, then I do, whether that's going and talking to someone, whether that's, writing an email or a Facebook message to like a place being like, are you accessible? It's just if I didn't do it, then my life wouldn't happen.
I do go into the community, I go to council meetings, and I do write things on social media. I write letters to people.
Online, in forums, on Facebook.
I believe that we should have access to everything in the world that other people do.
At times I'm quiet and reserved, but then when it comes to advocacy and awareness, or even just being like, are you accessible? If not, you should get a ramp or something like that. I'm very driven to make myself heard, because I think it's also not me. It's not so much I'm making myself heard, but it's also the voices of other people.
Both of us recently had an amazing experience. We were involved with Youth Parliament, and it really impacted on us and made us realise that most of the world is hearing, and we constantly feel that we're not up to scratch. And to actually have the opportunity to stand up and say how we felt and let people know. Once you let hearing people know, they go, oh gosh, of course you need that. Why didn't we think of that? So I believe that we need educational awareness in the hearing community.
I go back to when I was like 14, 15, even now, and when you're like so desperate to like fit in. And I just remember how it felt when my friends like went to places and would get there and I couldn't go in. So I'd be like, oh, you guys go, it's fine. And I'd kind of be stuck by myself.
Yeah.
And so I want everything to be like as accessible as possible, so that, because we talk so much about being an accessible society, but I don't feel like we're there yet.
I think the community needs more awareness, and you need to be able to say, I'm deaf, and that word deaf means people know what has to be done, rather than me having to explain to people repeatedly what has to be done. In my education, I need to remind people I'm deaf, don't forget about this. And people think deaf people have good access, but hearing people don't necessarily understand what good access is.
That is scary to speak up about what's disabling you, because quite often it's the world around you that's disabling you, not your actual disability.
I was too scared to really talk about any of the things I was struggling with for a very long time, and I really only started getting help for the last 2 years, because like a lot of people think high functioning autism you can just do everything, but there are things that I can't, and sometimes you get bullied, and I don't want other people to get bullied.
There's always times when people need to speak up, and not everything goes smoothly.
There may be times during the NDIS when you need to speak up.
I speak up when I was happy with the NDIS. I go to the NDIS and I thought I could read.
There have been times where I've had to speak up about things in the NDIS, not only about my plan itself, but also about the support worker that I had in the very beginning.
In the past, I've struggled to speak up for myself. After my plan came out and I had to review it, I really had to speak up then. I knew the things I wanted to get out of the NDIS. I had to really communicate that to the planners. That's when I really had to be a bit more confident and just speak up for myself. To just make sure that I knew what I wanted and how they could provide that to me.
Sometimes you may want help to speak up.
If I needed to speak up or wanted some help, I definitely turned to you. My husband, my family have been really great.
I'll turn to my mum or my friends, even the Lighthouse Advocates. if I need a bit of help to speak up. They've really helped in the past.
My family.
I would turn to everyone, family, friends, support worker, advocacy organisations like WIDAS.
My teacher. They help me.
When I need help, I mostly go to my family, friends and colleagues.
Well, I'm pretty independent, but you never know when I might need help.